following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Cybernetic enhancements, I'm the solo with a mission. Stone cold killer, no competition, I'm on a mission. I walk these neon streets, hard as cold as ice. I work for hire, yeah, I'm the toughest guy, precise. Running through the shadows, I'm a ghost in the night. Every move calculated, I stay out of sight. My chrome on gleaming, ready to unload. I'm the Grim Reaper, come select my soul. My cyber optic eyes scanning through the haze. I see the target like no time to waste, no delays. Slicing through the system like a digital samurai. A lethal combination, technology and war crime. Down the neon alleyways, I'm prowling the dead of night. Cutthroat operator, chilling with a heart of ice, no bow to competition. I'm a force with a mission, cybernetic enhancements, my signature ammunition. In the depths of shadows, I lurk as a phantom, calculating every move, leaving my foes in tandem. Chrome limbs glistening, ready to strike with precision. I'm the executioner, delivering my lethal incision. I'm the solo on the cybernetic spree. No rival can stand in front of me with my mechanical might and icy stare. I'm the solo, the ultimate nightmare. I'm the solo on a cybernetic spree. No rival can stand in front of me with my mechanical might, icy stare. I'm the solo, the ultimate nightmare.
So yeah, here you go. Here is the fragile, open-sided, very easy to damage device.
I need some of those Helldivers packing peanuts.
Did you make it fragile on purpose? No, you made exactly what we asked for to your discretion.
There are certain material limitations for what I am able to accomplish with the materials at hand. So if you want a device that can operate without the necessary framework architecture that the module you want to decrypt and open requires, then a certain amount of material permeability is necessary.
Sorry, I shouldn't judge you. I know.
However, if you're referring to the external case, those are the bits that I needed and couldn't get.
Can I replace them, or...?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
I mean, really, there's a lot of structural dependency.
Do you have a way out of here?
Yes. That elevator.
No, I mean out of this town.
I'm in a wheelchair.
How did you plan to leave?
The same way I always do. Catch a ride with the local caravan.
Which hasn't turned up yet.
And probably won't.
Probably won't. And we can't get you out of here without another truck, at least.
That does seem like a problem. Well, for you.
Just tie a bit of rope to the wheelchair and then to one of the bikes.
And we don't have enough chewing the bikes to get us back to town.
You didn't plan this very well, did you?
We had no idea what was going on in the first place. We didn't have any plan to start off with. We just knew where we had to go.
Sounds about right.
And
about 12 hours to figure it out.
And we had 12 hours to get, and we didn't even get enough time to do it because halfway through our collecting of gear we got attacked. So we didn't even get the gear that we needed.
And you're from Night City, you say?
And yeah.
Hence the attack.
And this isn't just normal everyday behaviour for you?
The attacking and all that, yes, it's normal behaviour.
Well, why didn't you account for it? I mean, I'm just assuming that bodies rain from the sky every day around there.
Not always. But
Sometimes they rise up from the ground.
Implying that sometimes they do.
It's not that far-fetched.
it's just
Stupid bird with a leak in its mouth.
we're planning on using the bikes, but we didn't realise how scattered the fueling stations were, and the other problem was the nomads that were supposed to be the caravan to get us from A to B, they disappeared.
Really?
Yes.
Where was this?
I'll tell her where it was.
Where was it, Stephen?
It was actually in our
Was that
It was the
first
Mexican
town?
border, wasn't it?
Mexican border.
El Paso!
El Paso. Yeah. El Paso.
Nomads don't just disappear.
No, it could have been the sandstorm that was coming in. They left early, but again, they normally like to try and keep, especially since they are taking people, they like to keep things scheduled.
But sandstorms is sandstorms.
We also found evidence, remember, that, well, at least some big
We know
nomad
some,
convoy
and
was...
yeah, but we do know at least one nomad convoy was attacked, wiped out. We brought.
We'll rob and hijack the train. We'll put
We-
little handkerchiefs on our
Oh
faces.
yes! We haven't done a train robbery yet!
Oh my god.
And Cuba's the place to do it!
We don't have all the stuff at the train station. All the stuff's in here.
Oh right, we did ferry it all into
You
here.
ferried it all into here.
We had to because we couldn't leave it outside. And there's no train station.
Sounds like
No,
train
but
robber, train
the
hijacking it
trains come
is.
nearby.
Yeah, there's still a train!
Oh, okay. This is gonna be interesting.
Crash that shit into Havana, steal a boat!
You know.
Oh, come on!
No.
Look at
Crash
that!
that
Everything.
to Mexico, steal a truck!
You know, fun, Jess, party pooper.
Ready for the night, wild and free. Adventure calls, come follow me. You just stand there shaking, no fear stops you, stopping the show. Lights are bright, the music loud. Feel the pulse, join the crowd. Just say no, like a broken record. What's the point if you can't afford? Why
I'd like to look past 22.
Well,
You know how I am.
well, don't. It's surprising, given we've been transporting a shitload of like illegal money. We had to have that AV around somewhere.
It's for in the mine.
There probably would be a place in the mine area to hide it.
What is actually doing that? Like, it's none of these
What you
things
need to
that-
do is just get frickin' Nathan Blythe's agent and just be like, yes, I have killed that interloper Barrows and
So the gay faggot netrunner. Come pick us up.
and then just
Then steal an
get
AV!
them to drop off the.
It's no train heist, but it's still good.
I still think the train heist is better.
Trains are armed too well for good old fashioned right up alongside it train heists.
Well, we still have bikes. Ride them
We saw-
alongside like it's horses.
We saw those guns
Oh, true.
from the wraiths getting wiped out.
Yeah, that was the Mexican train. We don't know about this.
The door's open. Temperature in the room's dropping like a rock. You probably can't tell from
It's not. It's closed.
So we're going to leave. I can't leave you here. I don't,
Sure you can.
okay. Are you going to be alright?
You'll see why not.
Alright. Give me
Something I need to do before you go any further. So, where are you guys?
We were coming back.
I would have left like Vector to carry on our patrol and like wandered back towards the main
Start
town.
scabbing the other bodies or something.
Right, so you guys bundle back into town and get down into the workshop with your various loot.
Mm-hmm.
Jess is looking very concerned and fretty. Faust Rider is just sitting there with like a plastic like transparent plastic acrylic. Not a cube,
Like a briefcase?
no.
Fish tank.
Think of it like a fish tank, yes, except that it's got holes in the sides. For reasons.
Strange looking device.
Yeah, what you got there, love? Is that our little toy?
Yes! This will do the job. Certainly.
You look awfully glum. We were victorious and Victor has returned to us. Why would you look so down?
Let me guess, there's something you haven't told us yet. What is it? We can take it.
How are we getting out of here?
Yes, well, that is a bit of a conundrum.
I had assumed we would take the AV that the enemies were using to attack Edward.
What AV?
We've yet to find it. But
The AV that they flew off in earlier and must have access to.
Maybe
know
they've
where it
still
is.
got it. Maybe they're still flying around in it.
Perhaps we should look for it.
two options. Maybe it is parked up somewhere, and we may be able to find it. Maybe Fast Rider's cameras here caught it, and we might be able to figure out a rough direction it landed in. Alternatively, we could call it.
I don't think Fast Rider's cameras would have picked it up, because if the cameras didn't pick up the people in the middle of town, it wouldn't have picked the vehicles up.
It could be up in those mining area near where the sniper was.
Would be many places to hide an AV, and if we can't turn it up, then we could try calling for it with Nathan Blythe's disposable.
I'm also concerned what Victor's here to do.
She's securing the area.
Collect
See if there's
us,
any more?
surely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am here to secure Fast Rider. Thank
Collect
you for leading me to the
us.
secret
Oh
location.
my god, you let them in here.
We didn't know we were not supposed to.
I mean, she wasn't even near us. She was off looking up across the countryside.
I'm not sure she's watching us. Did you make sure she wasn't?
Why would we?
Her back was to
you're
us.
really big.
Fast Strider, Vector, Fast Strider. Please,
This Fast Rider.
Fast Strider.
Fast Rider.
You loom a desert shadow, wielding a black long rifle. Scary and sexy, we're cornered by an assassin waifu. Iron menace, a desirable shell. So much power there, and no empathy, so cold. Could kill me or fuck me anywhere. You act so deadly in your ragged bikini. I'm so conflicted, scared and a little horny. Are you here to blow me or blow me away? Assassin waifu, it's good either way. You're a killer with a killer body. Let's not fight, make love with me. You crossed a desert, killing as you came. Came to get me, get us, and go back again. I know your master, what was his command? May I show you the bedroom, because I've got my own plans. You act so deadly in your ragged bikini. I'm so conflicted, scared and a little horny. Are you here to blow me or blow me away? Assassin waifu, it's good either way. You're a killer with a killer body. Let's not fight, make love with me. You act so deadly in your ragged bikini. I'm so conflicted, scared and a little horny. Are you here to blow me or blow me away? Assassin waifu, it's good either way. You're a killer with a killer body. Let's not fight, make love with me. You act so deadly in your ragged bikini. I'm so conflicted, scared and a little horny. Are you here to blow me or blow me away? Assassin waifu, it's good either way. You're a killer with a killer body. Let's not fight, make love with me.
Your talents will be put to good use by our employer. Yep. Look at what I made. It's really fragile. Of course, there is you will have to relocate to Night City, of course. I don't really want to do that. We all must do things that we do not wish to do.
Don't do this, Victor. It's wrong and you know it.
I may now reveal my directives. I am to bring back Fast Strider. And I must, of course, bring back the device. You try to take me with you. Then I will refuse to activate the device, and it will never work. Then we shall have to find ways of persuading you. I really wouldn't come in here. I don't want that. Oh. That is unfortunate. I assume that you will inform me now that you have some kind of protective device that will easily destroy me.
Actually, she does.
Yeah, apparently I do.
The nuclear bomb you were given.
It's all the way over there.
It'd kind of destroy all of us.
And I died too. I don't want to die. I'm 10. Almost 11. Okay then.
Soloing out.
Bump. Ah, right. Very small workshop.
How close is Vector to Jess?
4 emirs.
So she would, if I were to whisper something to Jess, Victor would still be able to hear it.
Stealth check.
Okay.
You want to whisper something to someone
Yeah.
else? You stealth check.
Okay.
Jess, perception check. This is why I think like a good thing to do would be to everyone to get lip reading. And then you just like...
So I hear what he did, but I'm guessing
Right.
everyone else did as well.
This is a good environment for this type of thing to potentially
Wait,
work.
I have a better idea. Can I not do that? Or is because I've made the check, I have to do it, don't I?
Yep.
Although I suppose if I'm keeping an eye on
That's
Vector, if I
weird.
see her listening, then I could stop.
Her muscular
Jeez.
ears are listening.
Is there some way that you could perception check on Victor? 15.
She appears to be looking at Fast Rider.
Okay. There's some way that you could use your medical knowledge to make Fast Strider appear dead when she really isn't.
I don't think I should allow you enough time to do that. Vector steps forward out of the elevator into the entryway. Who is also in the entryway?
Wouldn't it be
Anyone?
all of us except for her and...
Cool. Can I get you all, please, to roll a
us two.
resist torture drugs?
Resist torture drugs, okay.
1!
I know I'm not going to get as good a roll as I got before with that synth coke.
Oh.
Where I rolled a 10 into a 9, and I'm like, nah, that's where it shows up when I'm doing resist torture drugs for fucking synth coke.
It is going to be a
14.
isn't she?
You are also overcome and unconscious. Jess, you see an almighty arc flash. Oh, by the way, your hit points are reduced to 1.
Oh, goody.
I know
Very little.
you just wasted a speed heal, but you did say you were there. You could have said you weren't.
Well, realistically, we would be in that
In that little entryway.
that area then. They would have been further in because we wouldn't have got in yet.
And everyone who was in the arc flash area falls over.
Including Victor?
Actually, yes. You know what an arc flash does.
Yeah, I know.
Fast Rider's like, oh yeah, that. I forgot about that.
She fucking put it out of her brain at some point.
Right.
Who would have thought that that would just activate this time and not any other time?
Because
I hope they're not dead. I really do. I don't want to be a killer.
the air chests are rising. How do we get you out? We got through the elevator. Is there anything you... Your robots...
Are you joking?
What?
You're actually joking, aren't you?
What?
Okay. Put fix up your friends and put the big woman on the table.
I'll stabilise these two.
Origatos.
So she's an FBC of some kind, right?
Yes.
I am not missing this opportunity.
She's going to examine her proprietary
Right,
hardware.
so
That's my job, you bitch.
I got you first time 2.
You're always two.
Obviously, she's down here as well.
Who? Fleur
Fleur.
was not in the entryway.
No, that's alright then.
She makes it a point to not stand in metal cage work with great big coils behind it that you can see.
That's a safety coil.
Right, so
Yeah, it is a safety coil.
Yeah, see?
I'll move
and we're safe.
move her to the table.
Okay,
She's got
she's pretty heavy, but you can do it.
Yeah.
You've got all the time in the world.
safeguards on her equipment, so
That's nice. I just need to find her port.
right.
I've
Yeah.
been trying to find that for...
We're stabilised, just still unconscious, correct?
And I'll send you Victor's agent.
Well, we haven't got
data.
speed healed yet, so...
Right, you can bring them out of unconsciousness with a, let's say it's a DV-15 paramedic check. Pretty impossible to get. What are you ohing at?
Victor's picture.
Oh, yeah. She had to have a new picture because, well, she fucked up and Sebastian's a cunt.
I'm going to kill
So
him.
you need a new profile. Damn, that's
Just
a list!
You're just encouraging me to get that
I
little
just
girl to
was
play
like
with my brain.
scrolling, and I was like, the sideway list just doesn't stop.
I'm going to have to delete... I've got an old vector in here. I guess I'll delete that one.
Sure. I mean, they're both still broken because the app doesn't support proper FBCing.
Well, it's more the fact that oh, wait a minute. I'll just call this one Vector Old because you might have
first
changed some
one?
things
Yeah.
in the...
Oh, wow, so it took you extra long time to do... Graves just has problems.
It's
The problem is my Ripperdoc hates me.
getting worse.
It's because everyone hates you, Graves.
Get real good at
I'm kidding.
making death saves.
You're unconscious. Why would you be making death saves?
No, but in the future
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
am. It's going to take her like 4 goes.
I mean, like, if you actually needed it... Like, if you'd fallen down, she'd, like, slop you into a freezer
Yeah,
bag
and then it
first,
wouldn't
and
be
then
a
she can have unlimited attempts over an hour.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
I hope so.
Oh shit! I think I understand now. Wait, where's
Understand
two?
what? What's going on? Why is there a bunch of dead air?
I wonder what number 2 was because it's not on the list.
Number... Oh, right, that's why there's dead air. You guys are just reading text
Yeah.
silently to
We
yourself.
should probably like read them out.
Yeah, we could be here.
So I'll be I'll worry about this afterwards.
We could be.
I'll help Fast Rider
Okay.
now that they're stabilised.
Well, it's custom work.
Yes.
My scanner can't even penetrate most of this.
Arasaka.
They're not this far along.
That's where he bought
They're
her.
not this far
That's
along.
where he bought her from.
They're not this far along.
That's where he said he bought her from.
Then they got it somewhere else. Trust me. They can't do this.
Okay, so also her mind was altered also by Militech as well. I'll explain the whole.
Do you want me to fix that?
If you can fix her mind wipe and stuff, yes, please.
Easy. Not so easy. I'm off the roll. Let me start again.
A few weeks later.
same number.
God damn it, little girl.
It is some major protection. Hey, hold on. You may have had Sebastian's stuff overwriting the Miltech stuff. So
What?
our employer, his stuff may have overridden the Miltech stuff.
Well,
So-
that's not the problem I'm seeing.
What are you saying?
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on in this neural matrix. Like, I'm seeing all kinds of different stimulants and suppressants. It looks like she's got a custom pain editor.
Can I give her the data I downloaded last time?
The what?
The data I downloaded last time when I was in her system.
No.
No, okay.
I'm just going to say no.
Because I was going to use it to compare, but
It looks like... It almost looks like they did a really shitty job. Anyway, let's go back to these two who will no doubt read out some things for context.
I'm
And
not even
then,
sure we do. Just do we do context first? There's less of a wall of text there to start with.
We want.
Dexter Midnight. Neutral. Time machine shop salesman. Dexter finds me music and teaches me about music. He keeps this secret in exchange for perversion. Quaint.
Oh, I'll read the next one.
If you wish.
Edward Hargraves, neutral, Red Chip Krew, Netrunner. Edward wanted to core dump me and put an AI in my body. I felt fear. When I look at him, I feel anger. Unusual emotional and psychological reactions. Must guard against his intrusions.
Edward, how could you?
Was a different me in a different time. Not that long ago, but Jaxer Kilgore. Neutral, Calhound, solo. Jaxer is an excellent shot and solid tactician. Teaching me Aikido. It is clear he desires me, is professional enough to set that aside.
Gen Electric. Enemy. Organisation was also Gen Electric. Lead singer. This woman somehow captured me and controlled me, humiliated me. I feel anger, ? And arousal. Unable to purge feeling. Oh.
Justine Riddlebacher. Neutral, Red Chip Krew, technician. Aloof, arrogant, flawed, makes big shows of following propriety. Like a child seeking approval, exceptional tech, real genius level work, better than her average record as a reproductor.
Cash money. Get some. Neutral. Unaffiliated. Fixer. Low-level fixer has better reach in the music industry. Threat assessment? Low.
Roger St. Burghsend, friend, Red Chip Krew, musician, freedom fighter. Roger makes me feel, makes me question. I feel safe with Roger. My position prohibits me from disclosing this.
Feeling purged.
No, it doesn't say that.
Oh, sorry, I just erased all of the...
Sebastian. Neutral. Red Chip Krew. Master. Oh, exactly. Directive 4. We need little girl to erase Directive 4.
Okay. Let me make a roll on that right the fuck now.
Suki Cyclone, neutral, Knights of the Round Table, solo. Popular solo on the rise. Very unpopular for a brief moment, we won't talk about that. Beautiful, womanly, strong, tall. I have an unexplained dislike of her. Feeling purged.
That's it, right? Okay, now back to you. Well, so what you've got here is basically a human brain.
yes.
And there's all this cyberware that's just sort of putting that allows it to make adjustments to... I really need to explain this in a very simple manner that even a child could understand, because otherwise we'll be here all day. Brain activity is essentially electricity. Electrical impulses which can be modified by other electrical impulses generated by cyberware. This is how pain editors work. This is a much more complicated pain editor. But that means that I can just reprogram it.
Okay, so if you can...
Right? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, the objectives. Her objectives.
Well, those are double-end encrypted. So, unfortunately, they're practically impossible to break. For anyone but me.
Beep bop boop. Broken.
Okay, so it looks like there are 5 prime directives built in and a bunch of other little instructional modifiers. I am assuming you just want me to erase the whole lot.
I don't think so.
Okay, you want to keep her as a slave.
I don't know what...
Roger, we know what Roger would say.
I'm concerned there's something else that will overwrite those, or something to counter that.
I'm gonna need another month.
What do you mean?
Well... What you want me to do
No.
is basically remove these restrictions and then put an injunctive restriction in place which prevents other restrictions being put on.
No, what I'm concerned is that we get rid of these objectives, and there's something right over that.
Oh, I should be able to find out if that's true.
Have a
Just
look.
let me make another check. And while she's doing that, you guys can move on to whatever it was you were going to do next.
The notes, I think.
This is the big one.
Mind wash.
And we'll go pee. This is going to take
The effects
about
of the sublimation
15 minutes.
computer training require therapy, heavy, to undo. If you roll the d6 as oh, this is it supposed to, this is...
Oh, anything in double brackets is just out of character stuff. For,
Okay, I'll move on to the end
for
character
me
stuff
to
then.
remember.
Yeah, okay. The Long Desert, number 1, the Long Desert. The ruins of what was once Mexico stretch before me. The Red Chip Krew have left too broad and obvious a trail. Their destinations, for the most part within the borders of Mexico, remain obvious. Since I know their endpoint, it is easy for me to determine the shortest route for catching up with them.
We're missing a number 2, but maybe they're just out of sequence. Maybe this is actually number 2. But 3, Table Greens. Operation Table Greens was initiated with a time priority. Restoration has not been tested. Equipment issued, 12 times nutrition blocks, 1 times assault rifle, gun mart, poor quality, obtained at haste from a vendor in Japantown. 1 time set of light armor pieces, obtained from an NCPD clearinghouse in Watson. 1 times agent, mine, and other clothing and gear in my deployment kit. Most of this gear has been lost. The assault rifle was destroyed in the train shootout. Food was consumed, armor lost. Effectiveness during use, and was discarded. Clothing suffered fire damage. New cloak obtained from assassins. Motorcycle obtained from assassins. Ran out of Chutu prior to the port.
Number 4. Results of interrogation. Individuals apprehended in attempts to pursue and set up ambush for return of Red Chip Krew. After running through several potential witnesses, I was able to encourage one of them to talk. They indicated that they were after Edward Hargraves and his female companion, who was described as being a female of exceptional fitness. They revealed that they were instructed to kill or obtain Edward Hargraves and remove his companions. The females they could do with what they wish. He had admitted that their intention was to force themselves sexually upon them against their will. Since they posed a minor threat, I eliminated them and incinerated their corpses, having determined that further interrogation was unnecessary.
5. Netwatch evidence. St. Augustine's Church has been burnt out. Accelerant detected. Arson most likely. Remains of significant renovation. Network hardware. Netwatch ID found partially burned. Possible Netwatch activity to destroy dangerous net operation. Unlikely. ID remains. Hardware would have been removed. Possible Netwatch activity thwarted by criminal element. Possible. Attempted to burn away evidence. Haste indicated by sloppy cleanup. It is also possible, given their erratic path, the Red Chip Krew were involved. Unlikely, they would not be so foolish in this situation.
Yes, we would.
Oh,
Yes, we
really?
were.
Oh, really? That's distracting.
Number 6. Captured slaves. I came across a small group who had taken some reclaimers who were trying to restore a very small homestead at an intersection and place them into cages, with the intent of selling them into indentured servitude. Naturally, being of need of their vehicle, I fell upon them that evening and executed them, securing the vehicle for myself and driving it to the port town that the Red Chip Krew had taken to. I released the would-be slaves there, though I fear they shall fear no better. It was a solitary drive, my mind consumed with the images of these men and women stripped of their worldly possessions, forced into a container wearing crude bindings around their wrists, ankles, and necks. I was reminded of my own time being subjugated to such degradation. I imagined myself in their place, rendered helpless, forced into bondage, pushed into a small container as my muscles strained against the crude bindings. No matter how much I struggled, unable to get free, their hands lingering on me, I realized I was becoming aroused. Okay. These are the lingering effects that I must suffer through after my defeat at the hands of a musician. Sebastian insisted that the technicians... the technicians not remove this addition to my persona. I protested, but really it was because I knew that if I accepted it, he would take them away. For the first time, there was something that made me similar to other women. Like real woman, I can finally achieve arousal. Previously, I dismissed this as frivolous, sloppy behaviour, and having no experience I'm getting experienced it myself, I can say that the assessment appears to be correct. I must struggle against this, and yet a part of me would not choose any other way. This part must be the weak part. Even now, as I narrate this operational report, I am touching myself in the memory. Okay, Victor, TMI.
You're not supposed to know this.
I know, but...
7. Crossing. With my weight, buoyancy is a problem. If dropped into a large body of water, I would need to walk along the bottom of the water, which is difficult compared to walking on land. It's also possible that since there has been some damage inflicted to me on the road, it may cause leaks, so therefore I spent some extra time properly assessing which means of crossing I would take.
Which was a little bit more effort than Roger went to when he was just like, first guy it looks like a sea captain from an old comic book. Yeah. There we go, that guy.
It seems I had missed the best opportunity. An unlicensed ferryman who is known to be mentally ill, smuggling loads of illegally purchased blankets, which he believes are in fact illicitly obtained drugs, to a soft oil tank. And that's what was in the hole we weren't allowed to go in.
Yes!
Yeah.
Blankets!
Illegal blankets!
Legally obtained blankets that I believe to be illicit drugs, because I'm mentally ill.
Who purchases the blankets and distributes them to their workers in remote oil fields and other facilities. Highly unusual behaviour, but I had missed him. I therefore decided to offer my services to a group of sea nomads in exchange for the crossing, lacking finance to be able to purchase passage normally. They were suspicious at first, but a few sugar cubes and a pat on the back of the neck soon settled their nerves.
Okay.
The sea nomads are a friendly but closed community. I was able to secure work doing heavy lifting in one of the more accessible cargo ports. The large heavy crates proved little impediment to my strength, and they were grateful for the assistance, apparently allowing them to finish their task faster and therefore enjoy libations more frequently. I arrived in Havana and was immediately struck by the stench and prevalence of isolated goats, appearing to belong to nobody, and concluded therefore there is little difference between, say, South California and Cuba or Mexico, save the isolated goats, and in the case of Mexico, Mexican music, which appears to issue from no known source save the local broadcast station app on my agent. My agent, speaking of which, was damaged in a small scuffle with local law enforcement, masquerading as criminals. I did not state that backwards. They were pretending to be criminals in hope of luring foreigners into criminal acts for which they could then arrest them and charge heavy fines. I must now make my way to Mundo Fide.
Discomfort. Following my reconditioning, I found myself restrained mentally. I've never felt these restraints before. The technician said the sensation should pass, and if it doesn't, that I should return for more neuro work. This for the first time, made me feel something I cannot put words to. Hearing other people describe similar sensations, I would say it is fear. I also feel deep humiliation at the degradations that I was put through, and there is an attraction there. I am aware, thanks mainly to Roger, that physically I'm considered desirable by some, and that they would wish to obtain this physicality for their purposes of gratification. I've never before given consideration to these things. However, during my detention, it was my only consideration. I felt the tightness of mental shackles then as I do now. Sebastian says that he will leave these sensations within me to humiliate me and remind me that I am worthless, a failure who was defeated by a musician. I feel the shame. I thought myself to be superior to most in most areas of martial contest, but I was defeated so easily and bound helpless. My efficiency and effectiveness have been harmed by the removal of vital cyberware components. Perhaps I was never that capable to begin with. An inferior base on which to build an inferior product. I do not know why I have been returned to service.
Distress. I am having trouble. Strange feelings, sensations. I am dreaming. These intrusions risk harming my operational effectiveness.
Last one. Operational error log. Targeting error. Atmospheric compensator. Did not adjust for gusting wind. Targeting error. Intrusive external distraction. Briefly considered empathy. Tactical error. Did not consider optimal tactic. Engaged in contest with user's drone. Logistical error. Did not provision backup armor. Emotional error. Seems I have them. Operational error. Active conscious desire to resist programmed parameters. Oh, good. Good.
Just leaves the objectives.
Well, I passed that check. Dress that up in appropriate language and deliver it to your ears.
Found it.
Uh-huh.
So there was something else that counters it.
I mean, it normally would be, but it seems to have been completely rendered useless.
So take her things out then.
Okay.
Especially...
If you would like to sterilize the affected areas, I will begin operation.
Sorry.
we discover that removing them is bad for us.
I have to physically remove the
Once we
hardware.
read these.
And I'm in a wheelchair. So you're going to have to help me. It's either that or I have my giant industrial robot arm try.
It's got a big drum
My
on it.
walking eye.
So we have to remove a lot of
You know what you did.
We have to remove a lot of hardware, do we?
No, just this one bit. It's in the head.
I need to shut the door so the others don't come in.
Okay.
Alright, I'll get my tools out.
They're in the other room.
No, they'll be in this room.
They're in the other room.
Oh!
Surgery check, please. You right there, Roger? You right there, Gravy Boy? Sorry,
This guy, man.
what is he doing
He
now?
just started sparking out.
Yeah? I can see you've never worked with local politicians. Such as Albus Popnigger and...
I still love that name so much.
23.
Oh, yes. That's good numbers.
It's almost like my character's built for that.
Alright, guys, anything else left to read?
There is.
Objectives.
Alright, get it done.
Ensure the return of Fast Strider.
What objectives?
Job. Bring back Fast Strider while the priorities rescinded.
What objectives?
Obtain codebreaker. Job. Obtain the code-breaking device
This
by
is the
any
agent.
means necessary. All other priorities rescinded. I guess including the one right above this one.
This is where we get to the spicy stuff. The next 5 are the things you've just ripped out of her head.
There's a lot.
Directive 1. Goal. Ensure the Red Chip Krew do not counter Sebastian's orders or objectives. Preserve his secrets. Prevent any inspection of your proprietary hardware.
Sweet. We're good to get rid of that one.
Yep.
Directive 2. Protect the Red Chip Krew and ensure their continued usefulness even to my own destruction.
Well,
It is
I
nice
mean,
he protects us, but to
yeah.
our own
He's like,
destruction.
we should leave that one in.
it's
Oh,
interesting that there's a even to my own destruction, I
but
suppose.
we
He
know
wanted
that.
us more than her.
She's done that.
Objective 3. Increase the effectiveness of the Red Chip Krew. Improve their reputation.
I mean, we can keep
We
that
have been
one.
actively countering that at every possible turn.
We're more of our own enemy to that than she is. Directive 4. Goal. Supersedes all other directives. Classified.
And Directive 5. Goal. Paint editor and sensation attunement hardware may not be activated in cases of stimulation. Remember, you have been easily defeated by a musician. The humiliation will never be undone. You are inferior good.
Yeah, I think we can get rid of all those directives.
Yeah.
Proceed.
It's already
That's
been
already
done.
done. I'm waiting for Directive 5 was you are no longer a psychopathic serial killer who eats babies.
Some time and extreme effort passes, followed by a... Okay, well, that was easy enough. I'm tired, I want a juice bar.
Whereabouts do you want? Whereabouts? I'll get one for you.
Thank you. They should be.
I would know by now.
They're in one of the corpse drawers. I don't have any corpses, so you know. Fridge.
Yeah, I'll
there is some
grab some for her.
I'm glad it wasn't a thing where it's like you
Thanks.
must feed a corpse in instead of a coin to get your juice box.
Like in a stadium with the corpse correct.
Thank you for that.
So, do you think the operational contradiction between two of those objectives is why she chose to lie here and let us operate on her?
Yes.
Even though the eye flash didn't knock her out at all?
Yes.
I was wondering. Do you think she knows how incredibly risky it is operating on an active brain?
Yes. Don't you?
Let me roll an acting check here. I should do it properly.
I've got to imagine if she doesn't, that was your influence. That's such a you thing to do.
No, she remains just like still and quiet.
Aww.
It's probably safer for her to be stationary anyway. And again, at least she didn't move. It was fine.
You know, this is exceptional work.
Yes.
That kind of shielding is really expensive.
Yes.
I wonder who met...
Well, I'm sure with one more roll she could probably work it
No,
out.
no. I would need to know what that even means.
What do you mean?
Who knows? Tired, juice box.
Well,
I want to know why Continental Brands punishes us by saying it's orange flavored, but how would we know what one of those tastes like? We just got to assume they're not lying
I mean,
to
they
us.
also
Did orange taste like chicken? Because it does.
that's not orange flavoured.
How would you even know?
Because I've tried oranges.
They call it a juice box, and it's not. We had real orange juice, yeah.
That's right.
That is true. That is
All
canon.
right,
We
well.
had it in our fridge.
That explains how you can afford what I had to build for you.
No.
We stole it.
Our employer supplied us with it for a while,
And then our house
and
exploded.
then our house exploded.
As it does.
We suspect this is something related
Sunrise,
to the juice.
sunset, cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Yes, we have no bananas.
Yeah, he doesn't get that one.
Of course not. Bananas haven't existed
The basic
since
joke is that you
2017.
go through all of these like desperately sad songs about loss and dealing with it, and then you get to Yes, We Have No Bananas, the silly trivial comedy
then you
novelty
cry.
song, and you cry at that bit in the medley. That's the whole joke. And you should have been able to intuit that without knowing what it's from. I am actually going to have to sleep before I do any more work.
Yeah. I might send the others out to try and see if they can find.
Okay.
Sorry,
I think you've got bigger questions to ask each other, though. Like,
What is moving?
why has your employer sent a hostile, barely controlled murderer to abduct a small child?
because he knows that I wouldn't have.
Bring back Fast Rider.
Yeah.
All other priorities rescinded.
You know
Which
how.
I assume includes the ones about protecting you.
Yeah. You're more valuable than. Well, actually, you know how valuable you are.
I am of virtually no value. I'm 10. Do you have any idea what adolescence is going to do to my mind?
Yes, but
I've got maybe 1 year left.
they can do this.
No, they can't.
Or if they know someone that can.
No, they can't. Believe me, do you think if I could have cybernetics like that, I would be in a wheelchair? Do you think I can't build my own replacement legs? They used to work, you know. But it's what Solve Oil did to my head.
Yeah. The problem is that 1 year would be hell for you because they would get everything out of you that they could.
No, they wouldn't.
They would try.
They would fail. I don't control that. It just won't work for them.
Or worse yet, they would dissect you and find out how or what or...
Well, I suppose it would save someone else from the same experiment going wrong. Maybe they could learn something.
No!
Well, I gotta die at some point. They can do it then.
Yeah, at a much later stage.
Do we have to talk about this? It's very morbid. I'm going to go have a little lie down.
Sorry. Do we let the others in now, Victor? Alright, I'll let them in now. Open the door.
Night train